It's locked. Cyrus!
Try me, Redguard. Put it down. Come on! Come on! It's one of the pirates.
Hello, Garrick.
Cyrus! A pleasure to see you again.
I've heard tell of a magical flask hidden somewhere on the island. Do you know anything about it?
The Flask of Lilandril, far famed in song and legend, from my own homeland of Somerset Isle, you know. And you must have heard of the mysterious map. Oh, it's a map. Ah!
I haven't been to Somerset Isle in years. Beautiful place, as I recall.
I should ask you for news then, Redguard. I last saw the Eternal Isle in my youth, long before you were born. I'm older than I look. Beautiful, yes, but static and snobbish. A shopkeeper like me is lower than dirt back home. Here, I'm a respected pillar of the community.
You know of a map to the flask?
Oh yes, according to legend, the ship carrying the flask and its owners was shipwrecked on Stros Mackay. That was all back thousands of years ago, before the Redguards ever came to Hammerfell, you understand. Perhaps a survivor hid the flask and made a map. Who knows? Trithik could tell you more, though.
Trithik, huh?
He used to be quite the flask hound. Why, I must have sold him 6 shovels over the years.
Smuggler's Den?
Yes, under the cartographer's shop. An open secret around town. I'm sure those smugglers are connected with the Restless League, selling Valenwood wine stolen from my own ships at double the price since they have no competition. I can't prove any of it, of course. I'm a pretty bird.
Thanks for the time, Garrick.
Come on! A sharp sword will be your death. Take that! You won't escape! A sharp sword will be your death, traitor!
Greetings, my lady. I am Cyrus.
A sentinel accent, isn't it? I am Cassandra, silversmith of Stros Mackay. Pleased to meet you.
Are you from Sentinel originally?
Yes, I owned a shop there for 6 years, on Market Street. Perhaps you know it? Sentinel is overcrowded these days, and when I heard of a business for sale here, I decided to take the chance. So far, I haven't had too much trouble from the locals.
Why would the local people give you trouble?
Forebears aren't exactly popular around here, you know. I've never been much involved in politics, but I always supported the Forebear cause. Before the war, all that didn't matter. I had many friends who were crowns, but things are different now.
You're new here, then?
Arrived only 2 months ago. I'm still trying to get things sorted out. The former owner must not have cleaned this place for 20 years. There was so much junk piled up. I tossed most of it in my warehouse next door just to get it out of the way.
The old silversmith. He left because of the war?
He died, actually. I bought the shop from his estate. I guess there was some kind of incident in the old quarter where the most fanatical crowns lived.
I'm looking for my sister, Izara. Do you know her?
I'm afraid not. I have few friends here as yet. I'm hoping that as time passes, things will get back to normal, but the war is still too fresh for people here to forget that I'm a forebear.
How has Stros Mackay fared under Imperial occupation?
It's suffered greatly. The incident in the old quarter seems to have left the city in shock. The crowns lost the war, after all. You can't expect them to get over that in a few months.
What can you tell me about the Restless League?
I know I sound just like every other forebear, but they were nothing more than pirates, using the Civil War as cover for their crimes. They were a black mark on the Crown's cause from the beginning. The destruction of the League is one of the few good things to come from the Empire's victory.
So the League has been wiped out?
As far as I can tell, they haven't been seen in Stros Mackay in weeks. Their last hurrah was blowing up the governor's flagship, a pointless gesture which only spurred Rexton to finish cleaning out their organization from the city.
What do you know of the new provisional governor, Rickton?
Ruthless to a fault. Served him well during the war, but not a trait guaranteed to win loyalty in a new province. I wonder how much Tiber Septim knows of what Rickton is up to here in Hammerfell.
Tiber Septim, the colossus of our generation, Tamriel's new self-proclaimed emperor. What's your take?
The Empire's expansion has proceeded according to the merits of the Emperor's servants. By all accounts, Septim's governor in High Rock has ended the feuding of the Witch Kings there with tact and skill. The Emperor's representative here in Stros Mackay is not of the same caliber, and the Emperor is viewed dimly as a result.
You call it the Empire's victory. What of the forebears?
Please, I'm not one of the forebear fanatics. Anyone can see that Baron Volog was used, then cast aside by the Empire. He hoped to be king of Hammerfell, but who has seen him since his supposed victory?
You disagree with Baron Volag's decision to ally the forebears with the Empire?
A gamble that he lost. As a forebear, I supported Volog's claim to the throne of Hammerfell. I never supposed he was infallible. But the war's over now, and the only thing to do is make the best of the new situation. A philosophy more crowns should embrace, if you ask me.
I've been told of a smuggler's den under the cartographer's shop. Have you heard of it?
Sure I have. Smuggler's Den. Ha! A pretty grandiose name for a place where the local boys go to get away from their wives and play cards.
So do you think it's nothing more sinister than that?
Well, I've heard rumors it was connected with the Restless League, but they're hard to take seriously if a joker like Lakeen could get in.
I admire your courage. A forebear in the crown capital.
When I first arrived, the Restless League made a few threats, but the Empire seems to have them under control now. Forebear and Crown, that's all in the past anyway. Hammerfell is part of the Empire now. At least we finally can stop killing each other.
Do you know what happened?
It was before I arrived. The people here tell some pretty fantastic stories. As near as I can figure, the Crowns burned their houses down around their heads rather than surrender after the Imperials took the city. Some would call that admirable, but I think the Redguards put too much stock in zealotry.
I haven't been back to Sentinel since before the war. How did it fare?
Better than Stros Mackay. Before I came here, I thought the stories I'd heard were just Crown propaganda. The Crowns recaptured Sentinel just before the Empire intervened, but it was nothing like this. Stros Mackay was the center of Crown resistance, and I suppose the Empire is making an example of the city.
Lakeen? Who's he?
The local handyman? Not a bad sort, don't get me wrong, but a bit lunatic fringe. Hardly what I'd call the foundation of a revolution.
What does Lakeen have to do with the smuggler's den?
Oh, I really shouldn't gossip, but I'm sure you won't tell anyone, will you, Cyrus? Seems he was gambling at the smuggler's den and lost his wife's antique silver locket. He came to me, desperate to have it replaced so she wouldn't find out. I'd have been glad to help, but I couldn't reproduce it simply from his description. Poor fellow. He went away quite crushed.
I'm told of a legendary magical flask, supposed to be buried somewhere on the island.
Sounds fascinating. I love stories of buried treasure.
Perhaps you've seen a silver box shaped like a ship. It has something on it I'm looking for.
No, sorry, nothing like that in my shop.
Excuse me. Perhaps we can speak later.
Traitor! A sharp sword will be your death. Surrender now! There he is! Hello there. Yield! Your style needs work. Yield! Ha ha! You're quite resourceful. Take that! You're quite resourceful. Ah!
A health potion.
Guards! I'm strong! You're quite no match! Taste the steel of Empire! I'll cut you! Ah! Redguard!
Hi, Cyrus. And you are?
Lockheed! You're a no here, aren't you?
You know anything about a woman named Azara?
Izara! Name sounds familiar, but I can't say that I do.
What do you know about the Restless League?
Nothing. Who said that I did?
And what does Stros Mackay hold for you?
I'm what everyone likes to refer to as Mr. Fix-It. I'm cursed by it, actually. Oh, and by the way, if you see a man named Trithik, tell him I'll get to his boat when I have time.
If I see the fellow, I'll tell him.
And as for what keeps me in Stros Mackay with the Empire and Richten and all, well, I've lived here a long time, got friends and roots here. And Stros Mackay has deep roots, ancient history. There's the real mystery.
What's wrong with Trithik's boat?
Not sure, really. I think he's had some vandals at night.
The real mystery? Huh, I've heard too many already.
The ruins in the mountains. Dwarves, sailor, long dead. An ancient technological treasure trove. Empires searching the world for such knowledge. They may have found it here.
What does the Empire hope to find there?
Power? Before you know it, we'll have steam-driven carriages and flying machines. Whole Empire's interested in them dwarves for some reason. Sure. Prince of Tor, Arcade, bless his soul, might have said they were dangerous and we should leave dead civilizations be, but hell, man, there's progress to be made.
Flying machines, are you okay?
You just wait. Those dwarves made up for their lack of magic another way. Magic is the crutch of the world. Why build a better bridge when a mage can teleport you to the other side? Things have been the same for thousands of years, and it's gonna end soon.
Steam-driven carriages, huh?
That's right. Dwarves knew how to use the steam. You may laugh, but it's a powerful force, and Richten's got his boys looking at it right now. Empire may have what they need to conquer all of Tamriel sooner than you think.
I know you've been gambling at the smuggler's den, Lakeen, and I need to get in there.
Damn! Where'd you
hear that? Look, that's not something I'm proud of, so keep your voice down. Let's move this conversation elsewhere.
Gambling away your wife's silver locket, not good. Tell me what I want to know. What do you know about Azara, the League, and that den?
Calm down, please. I know nothing. I've only been there to gamble a few times. I've heard the League goes there, but I ain't seen him or this Azara woman, I swear. And if my wife finds out about the gambling, I'll be dead.
Then just give me the password and I'll take it from there.
Sure, but you gotta help me first, Cyrus. Please, get my silver locket back from that Rolo cheater, and I'll give you the password, I swear. Please!
Rolo?
Smelly guy, cheats at cards. He won that locket through trickery, the foul dust belly.
We'll talk later.
Come on! Come on!
Greetings, old man. I am Cyrus.
Cyrus, eh? Never heard of you. Must be new around here. My name's Faris. Everybody just calls me Faris, though.
My sister Azara is missing. Do you know her?
Sure, a nice young lady, too. Sister, you say? I haven't seen her around in a while, though. Wonder if she might be missing.
Apparently, no one has seen her for months. Do you have any idea what might have happened?
Might have something to do with the Restless League. Some of them fellows came around looking for her a while back.
Azara was in trouble with the Restless League?
I didn't say that. Although, come to think of it, they didn't look too friendly. No one you want to cross, that's for sure. Their enemies have a way of turning up dead.
My ship was attacked by 2 members of the Restless League just off Stros Mackay. What can you tell me about them?
Not much. Fire-eating Redguard nationalists. More even than most crowns could stomach. But they've kept quiet since the old quarter was burned. I wonder why they decided to attack your ship.
Stros Mackay was a crown stronghold, wasn't it?
It was the seat of power for the crowns. Ator led the crowns from here after Thasad's death. We've suffered greatly for it since young Prince Ator died. Took all hope out of the crowns, but not all the fight.
Not all?
No, the battle in the old quarter did that.
What happened to Prince Ator?
Died in battle, like a Redguard hero of old. I've heard tales that he ain't dead, but that's all rubbish.
Really?
I spoke with sailors from the Garamar, second in line of battle behind Ator's flagship. They saw him on deck just as the dragon lit up his ship like a festival bonfire. Weren't any survivors from the flagship, not a one.
King Thasad's death was inconvenient for many, but I've never heard tell of foul play.
Nor I. The forebears preferred Thasad to his son Ator, a known League sympathizer. Thasad had no patience for the League himself. Called them terrorists. May be true, but they've shown more sense than the crowns through this whole bloody mess.
I expected to see Stros Mackay full of forebears after their victory.
Hardly a forebear victory. It was Imperial might that defeated the crowns, laddie. Make no mistake about that. The four show few that Rickon brought with him mostly stay up in the palace or drink themselves to stupor. You might run into them at the Dragon Tail, looking for trouble, so you'll want to be careful.
Tell me what happened in the Old Quarter.
The crowns made their last stand there after the dragon destroyed Atora's fleet. Senseless bravado. Should have done what the League did and laid low until the Imperials were off guard. Instead, they went down fighting. Redguard heroes, but dead all the same.
I don't know. How long has it been since their last attack?
Must have been a month or two at least. Their last big success was blowing up Rickman's flagship right here in the harbor. A pity in a way. Whatever else you say about the Imperials, they make beautiful ships. With that little caper cost the League plenty. Afterwards, Rickman rounded up anyone who'd ever spoken to a Leaguesman. I was starting to think he had crushed them completely.
You're not in the Restless League?
Me? Ha! If I was, do you think I'd still be here? With precious Governor Rickman throwing every known Leaguesman in the catacombs? In my day, things were simple. A Redguard was loyal to the king, and that was that. All this newfangled politics, crowns and forebears, Restless League, not for me.
You're in charge of this bell tower?
Don't wanna be, but I'm stuck with it. Dan Purnell's fault leaves me stuck here while he sits up in the cool breeze and watches Hunden Bay roll by. Does he think I'd like to wave the flag once in a while? Stubborn as a mule he is, and ungrateful to boot.
Purnell, a friend of yours?
Friend? Ha! Blind as a bat he is, but will he ever let me wave the flag? No! Too stuffy down there, he says. You fought off the chair, he says. Always some excuse. Now he's gone and broken the bell. Don't know why I put up with it.
I'm not sure I follow you. What flag do you mean?
We're supposed to trade off. One of us watches for ships, waves the flag when he sees one, then the other rings the bell to let people know. But he never lets me take my turn in the watchtower. Doesn't care about my feelings, not at all. Always about what Purnell wants. Huh.
The bell doesn't look broken.
Well, not broken exactly, but I'm sure it doesn't ring as loud as it used to. But Purnell wouldn't let me have Lakeem look at it, would he? Insisted on doing it himself. Typical. Took him half the day, then had the nerve to tell me there's nothing wrong with it.
I'm not sure if I've met Lakeem.
Me neither. Now that Lakeem, on the other hand, handiest young fellow I ever met, can fix anything. Hey, you look like a handy sort yourself. Maybe you could take a look at it for me.
Sure, I'd be happy to.
Good lad. Thought you said you were gonna fix my bell. Huh? Huh?
What's this?
Nothing wrong
What's
with this
this?
bell. Just the old man's ears that
this?
need fixing.
Don't touch that bell rope unless you want to be remembered as the cowardly villain who murdered a kind and beautiful old man just so he could play the fool with that good man's bell. Stay there, young fella.
Favis, my friend.
You're Cyrus, aren't you? I thought so.
I checked, and there's nothing wrong with the bell.
Good lad. I was right. That fool Brunel said it didn't need fixing, but I knew it needed fixing, so you fixed it, eh? Well, I'm much obliged.
How do things stand in Stros-Makai under Imperial occupation?
As bad as they can be. Looks peaceful now, doesn't it? The peace of the grave, it is. Most of the younger folk dead or run off. In the old days, this was the bustling south heart of Hammerfell. Harbor Jan was shipping, sailors from all over walking the streets. What you see now is the ghost of the old Stros-Makai. Dead, but it just don't know it yet.
What of these catacombs?
You're a nosy young fella, aren't you? The less you know about them, the better. If Richter doesn't like you, he throws you in jail. If he really doesn't like you, he throws you in the catacombs. No one comes out of there alive.
Is that right? This dragon, have you seen it?
Not with my own eyes, but I heard tell of it from the survivors. They say Richter keeps it in the catacombs, feeding it on captured leaguesmen.
What can you tell me about Governor Richter?
You don't look like one of his spies.
Rest assured.
I'm too old to worry about such things anyway. Huh. Why was I worrying?
Richter.
Oh yeah, good soldier maybe, but a bloodthirsty beast of a ruler. Enjoys having Stros-Makai under his thumb, he does. Won't be much of it left when he's through.
That's all for now, Fathers.
You're open! Take that! You won't escape! Come on!
Could I have a word with you?
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy?
Do you know a woman named Azara?
Izara. Scrawny little thing, chicken legs, no hips. Yeah, I know her. Used to come by, pestering me all the time. You know how women are. Not my type, though. Rollo likes some larger.
Watch your tongue, Cretan. That's my sister you're talking about.
Oh, Big Brother's a tough guy, huh? Topping it pretty high, aren't you? Coming into my house talking that way. I haven't seen her in months anyway.
What do you know of the Restless League?
Bunch of idiots, if you ask me. You can't fight the Empire. They'll learn, though.
How are things in town with the Imperials in charge?
What do I look like? The town crier? Same old as far as Rollo's concerned. Politics is for suckers. I got a sweet deal with Garrick. No need for me to worry about who's sitting in the palace.
Do you know anything about the smuggler's den under the cartographer's shop?
Maybe I've heard of it. Yeah, I've seen some guys hanging around there, supposedly in the Restless League. But it's all talk. They never do anything. You can't get in there without a password anyway, so you may as well forget about it.
I know you've been in the smuggler's den, Rollo. Tell me the password, and I'll leave you alone.
You got the wrong guy. I don't know nothing about no password. I was just telling you what I'd heard.
You're a bad liar. Tell me the password, or else.
Or else what? You'll kill me? I ain't armed, and I know you old-time Redguard types don't go in for that. You don't scare me.
I'm looking for the Dragon Tail Inn. Do you know it?
I'm tired of listening to you. Beat it.
The Keen tells me you have his wife's silver locket. Any chance I could get it back?
I don't know anything about that.
What sort of deal do you have with Garrick?
Are you still here?
It's always a pleasure, Rolo.
Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
Come on! Traitor, you're open!
She floats through.
I'll spill yours yet. Traitor, you won't escape! I'll spill yours yet. Come on!
I wonder what's in there.
Come on!
Locked.
Come on! Fall back and let me!
Hello, sir. Sir, could I speak to you for a moment?
Who's there? What do you want?
My name is Cyrus. I'd like to ask you a few questions if you don't mind.
Mind? Why would I mind? I'm Purnell, by the way. Ask away, my boy.
Do you know my sister? Izara.
Izara? And you're Cyrus' her brother? Of course. Probably look just like her, too. Who would have seen the family resemblance? But without my eyepiece, I'm afraid I can't get too good a look at you. You know, I haven't seen Izara around in quite some time.
Have you heard of a group called the Restless League? My ship was attacked by a couple of them on the way here.
That was you? I saw the whole thing through my telescope, you know. Not much of a battle, though. Ha! You really gave those ruffians what for? Wait a minute. Maybe the Restless League is after you, too. I wonder what Izara could have done to get them so riled up.
Two? Do you mean the Restless League is after my sister? Why didn't you say so before?
You never said she was missing, Cyrus. This was months ago anyway, and my memory ain't what it used to be. As I was saying, a couple of them boys came around asking about her, but not respectful like you. Gave me the hairy eyeball, trying to scare an old man. Don't believe anyone has the right to talk to me like that. No wonder they have such a bad reputation.
How does the city fare with the Imperials in charge?
I got nothing to tell that you can't hear from anyone in town. This was the heart of Crown resistance, but look at it now. When you lock up or murder every Crown or League supporter, it don't leave much.
What are you watching for up there?
Ships, Sonny. I'll let the town know when a merchant ship is coming into port. Reminds me of my seafaring days a bit, watching out from the crow's nest. But now I'm stuck with this job.
How come?
'Cause ships are about the only thing I can see. I lost my eyepiece around here somewhere, and the spyglass here's no right alternative.
What did these Restless League fellows want to know?
Just if I'd seen Azar, let them know if I ever did. Ha! Like I'd tell them anything after they come in here all threatening like. Seem to think she'd stolen something from them. If that's true, no wonder she's disappeared. Either they found her, or she's making sure they don't.
I thought the Restless League was outlawed. How would you contact them?
You'll find out soon enough. The smuggler's den is hooked up with the League somehow. Not directly, or they'd be out of business by now with Fat Boy on a rampage, but I'm sure they could still get in touch with the League.
Where is the smuggler's den?
Under Maiko's shop, but it ain't that simple. No one gets in without a password.
Do you know the password?
Afraid not, Cyrus.
What kind of reputation does the League have?
Terrorists, pirates, all that. No doubt about it. They ain't to be trifled with. Fat Boy found that out himself. But then the Empire don't like to be messed with either.
The League is fighting against the Imperial occupation?
They were. Not openly like the Crowns, but that's never been the League's way. Blowing up Richton's flagship more in their line. Watched it burn from right here. An amazing sight. But what did it accomplish? The Empire's still here, and I haven't heard hide nor hair of the League until today.
Fat Boy, who do you mean?
Right, you're new in town. Haven't yet been introduced to Governor Richton.
So you can't see without your eyepiece?
I can see the galleons and spice traders just fine with this spyglass. But other than that, I can't very well walk around town holding a telescope up to my eye.
It might be kind of funny, though.
I'm laughing even as we speak. Could you maybe find it for me, lad? It's a strange kind of loneliness when the beginnings of your vision's at a half 100 yards.
I think I may have found your eyepiece. Is this it?
Well, glory be! How can I ever thank you, Cyrus, my boy? I know! I'll let you wave the flag. It'll be our little secret, eh? Go on, take it! Take it! An opportunity like this don't come along every day.
All right. I think I'll take you up on that.
That's a spirit. You'll soon see what I'm talking about. Nothing like it, I'm telling you.
Here you go, Purnell. Thanks for letting me borrow it.
Of course, Cyrus, my boy, of course. I wasn't pulling your leg about the flag, was I? Makes life worth living, even at my age. Hey, Sonny, where do you think you're going with that?
Do you think I could borrow your flag for a minute?
I really shouldn't, but... All right, I can't help it. I just like to make people happy. It's one of the pirates. I'll spill yours yet. Come on! Guards, surround him! Put it down.
What's this?
Found my locket yet?
Lakeen?
Have you found my locket?
I haven't been able to get the locket. Just give me the password.
So much for Redguard honor. We had a deal, Cyrus. No password until I get that locket.
Okay, Lakeen. Here's your locket. Now tell me the password.
Oh, thank goodness! You got it! I'm saved! Never going back to that den again! No, sir. No more for me, but have your own go at it. The password you require is spoon. Be careful, Cyrus, and thanks again.
We'll talk later.